Hi, I'm Dustin Miller, and this is a SharePoint sock puppet. And my trick is working with SharePoint library and Teams. You can click Open in SharePoint, and then you can do all the things you'd normally do with the SharePoint library. My favorite is to sync for quick access and to work offline.
Great.
Hey, Michael! I am a global admin at a company that is actually posting all of my findings and Teams information into a Teams channel for my entire team. So we are sharing up-to-the-minute data through screenshots and collaboration and questions. Isn't that exciting?
Very exciting. Thank you.
You're welcome!
What's your best Office 365 tip?
I like PC folder backup and the OneDrive sync client.
So what's your best Office 365 tip?
Well, I would say keeping the Teams application open all day long. You can check all your activity in one spot, your calendar, your chats, everything. So Teams is where I think is the best tip.
Thank you. What's your best Office 365 tip?
Well, my favorite tip that I want to share is for Microsoft Teams in the mobile app. I can go to Filter and look at only the unread or mentions, and this helps me get my most immediate work done.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
What's your best Office 365 tip?
So one of the best tips I have is making sure that you enable and create new site designs and site scripts in your organization to allow for users to create brand new templated site collections that are ready to go and ready to configure and easy to manage.
So what's your best Office 365 tip?
I would say a good tip for users of SharePoint within Office 365 is to take advantage of some of the list, column, and view formatting capabilities we have there. It really makes it engaging for the end user, able to understand by just looking at the data and understand what the metrics are they're looking for.
Thank you very much. What's your best Office 365 tip or trick?
Yeah, so here's how to make users love metadata in SharePoint. Usually file names look like this. It's project, Death Star, offering, another underscore, go live. I include the dates. I include a name. I include a final version 2.x. And if we just show our users, this is our actual project file. This here is our file name. This here is modified. And this here is modified by. This is our actual status, and this here is the version of a document. We can just introduce them very, very easily to the concept of a document library. Select them. You have your project, you have a file name. This here is modified by, our status, and the actual SharePoint version from the version history. So this is my Office 365 tip for end users.
So the tip is to use metadata.
Yeah.
It'll save you a lot of typing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
So do you have an Office 365 tip or trick you'd like to share?
Just one, of course. So think about Microsoft Search that we have inside of the Office application. So if you haven't used Microsoft Search inside of PowerPoint or Word, it's a great way to be able to identify the content that you need. So you'll see that the central search box has moved up into the header of the application. So even on the desktop applications and now in the online applications, and you can actually search for a whole bunch of stuff in there. So you can search for the names of files and content that's in those inside of those files, but you can also search for for also the commands that you would have traditionally on the ribbon. And it's actually hard to find some of those things sometimes. So I found a whole set of new functionality like accessibility checker that's part of PowerPoint already. So it's a great way to be able to use those. And then if you do that search, you'll actually find connections to other documents. So it could be PowerPoint, could be Word, Excel, etc. And then you can reuse the content from those things to build your own site or your own PowerPoint deck as well. And so it's a much faster, much easier way to be able to do search right in where you're doing creation of content.
Great, thank you very much.
Sure.
What's your best Office 365 tip?
You should use Flow to create an email-enabled library.
Great, thank you.